Hey dolls, so I am back. So I'm coming to show you this really cute wig. This is an inspired look that I saw on JT and Young Miami. They both had it, but I kind of did the baby hairs to mimic JT's. So if y'all want to see how I did this wig and curled it and everything like that, then keep on watching. Okay, dolls, so the inspiration for this hair, I just saw how curly it was and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try to do that. But I did not bleach this wig and I did not pluck it. So you will see in the video how I hide the knots. But since I did more so of like a flip over, you really just need to worry about the front section. And I would say go in and do some plucking across the front of the hairline, but I was already, you know, getting into filming this video, so I just did what I could, and I think it still turned out real cute. I like the color of this hair, so let me tell y'all where it's from. This is the bag that the wig came in, so this is from Hermosa Hair, and this wig did come with a wrap band, but I used one that I already had. And it also did come with some lashes. This is a 220 density wig, 26 inches, and I believe the color number is 33. I will have all the info listed down below, but it's like a really pretty coppery burgundy color. I don't think I've ever really had this specific color before because it's not like 99J. It's more so on the copper side, but it kind of looks like some burgundy is mixed in there. So yeah, it's a real cute color, especially for like fall and winter. So I think it's really cute. And at the bottom, you can probably see like some of these more tighter ringlets that are like this. This is how the hair came. I did not shampoo this hair or anything because like I said, I didn't bleach the knots. So I just went with this curl pattern, and then I decided to use a small wand to give more definition and curls at the top, and then I kind of fluffed it out, and you'll see in the video. So yeah, stay tuned if y'all want to see how I did this. Okay, dolls, so this is how the wig comes. You can see the knots. I did not bleach it, so I'm just putting the wig on my mannequin head and I'm flipping it inside out. You can do this without putting it on a mannequin, but it's easy this way so you're not holding it or anything. And then I'm just going to take some liquid foundation. Use something cheap, not your good stuff. This is Maybelline Fit Me, and I never really use it on my face, so I'm just using it on my wig. So then I'm just going to start applying it all over the lace in any areas that have knots. So this is going to conceal and hide those knots. You can also use a concealer. You can use powder too, but I feel like something more liquid or cream really seeps in more so and really covers up those knots, so it saves you the time of having to bleach your knots, or even if you don't know how to do it or you don't want to mess it up, you can just do it this way. So yeah, I'm just going to keep applying it all over the wig, and also use a brush that is kind of like more dense, something that you would use to do your foundation or something like that. This is a brush that I always use for wigs. So yeah, I'm just going to apply it, and also make sure you get that front hairline section where like the baby hair area is, because you don't want to leave those knots dark and then have the rest covered. For me, since I did do a flip over, you really don't have to go in and conceal everything. More so, you really just want to focus on the front. But I didn't know for sure what style I was going to do at this point. And then after I looked at the hair, I was like, this reminds me of the style that JT and Young Miami had. So I was like, let me get my little wand out and do some curls in it, and just keep the curl pattern that is in the wig and just add some more curls. So you can see here, I'm using a really small curling wand, and I'm just going in and starting to do some curls, just taking different sections and mostly curling the hair in the front section or the top part of the wig. I didn't curl any hair at the bottom of the wig. If you want to curl the whole thing, then girl, you go right ahead. But this curling one is really small, so it's going to take a lot of time, especially if the hair has some length to it. So I just went in and curled the top, and it did blend in really nicely with this curl pattern. And you can also separate the curls if you put some together, but more so you want to try to take smaller
sections of hair so that the curls can be more small and defined. And you can see I'm just wrapping it around, and I'm also keeping the curling more so at the end of the wand because the top part is a little bit wider and I want it more smaller tight curls. So you just want to put it more so towards the bottom part. So after I have curled up everything, I'm going to go in and put the wig on. Also, I would suggest to definitely still pluck the wig, but I guess I just made this a little bit more beginner friendly and more, you know, easy to do if you don't know how to do all of that stuff. But I am going to pluck some of the baby hairs, but for me personally, I definitely would have preferred to pluck the wig. But yeah, I would prefer to pluck before I curl. So since I had already curled the wig, I just didn't really worry about doing it because it was going to mess up all of the curls that I just did. So I've just put the wig on, and then I'm just going in with my little scissors and cutting off the excess lace. You can also do this off of your head and do it on your mannequin. That would make it easier for you if you are a beginner. But for me, I just like to get as close to the hairline as possible without cutting off any hairs. If you cut off a few, it is okay, but you don't want to cut them off too much where you're going to be losing all of your hairline. So yeah, now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and y'all can see these curls are really cute and the hair color is really pretty. It's definitely like, it gives me like a copper and a burgundy mixed together. And then I was like, let me do the baby hairs like how JT had, because Carisha, or Young Miami, did have her hair more so just kind of slick back with no baby hairs at all. And since I didn't pluck this wig, I definitely felt like I needed some baby hairs because the hairline is giving very full, which some people do still like to wear their wigs this way without plucking. Plus it also can make your wig last longer, but I do prefer the pluck look, y'all know that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna pluck out some of the hairs here on this section that I have parted down for my baby hairs. And after I pluck it, I am gonna trim them down, curl them, and just shape them into place. But if y'all can already see with the wig on, you can't really see the knots, and I feel like the knots weren't really bad to begin with, so it was more so easy to cover it up. I am probably going to do another video showing y'all another method of covering up knots without bleaching them, because this is probably what I'm gonna be doing just to save myself some time, you know, not bleaching it and just using some makeup or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just laying the baby hairs into place. I did use some hairspray, and y'all seen I curled it, and then I also did take a little bit of gel just because I didn't want to use so much hairspray because I wasn't keeping this wig on long term. And I am gonna just spray down some sections to give it a melted look without like really melting it, if y'all know what I'm saying. So I did go in right here and kind of pluck some of the hairs out, but then after I did it, it was like, girl, you can't even comb out the excess hair. I'm just kind of like fluffing it and pulling it a little bit to try to get some of the hair out without combing out all of my curls. So that's why I say definitely do your plucking before you go in and start curling and styling. But then I did also part down a section in the middle, and I just plucked that a bit and then went in and styled that as baby hairs as well, because that is how hers was in the picture, since this was more so of an inspired look. So yeah, I think it turned out good though, to say that I didn't have to do any of that extra prep work. And then I'm gonna just curl this section. Once again, all of the tools and stuff that I use, like the little flat iron, is linked in my Amazon store if anyone is looking for specific things for your wig. So yeah, I just sprayed it with some hairspray, and then I took a little bit of gel to just really get it to lay in place. And then on the opposite side, there was also a baby hair swoop there, but since I had mine kind of falling in my face probably a little bit more, you won't really be able to see it. So you definitely can just do the two baby hairs, but I decided to just go ahead and do it. And y'all can see the wig is not laid, like it's not covering, you know, my sideburn my sideburns, but that's okay. I'm just gonna flip it down and boom, there we go, because I didn't want to spray so much hairspray on my hairline. But yeah, so this is how it looks. I'm just using a little bit of this spritz to kind of help melt that into place. And I also did go in with my Ebin. I didn't even get my blow dryer out at all, so I just went in and put my melting band on top to just melt that into place, which definitely does work. You don't have to use the blow dryer and do all of those extra steps, especially if you are a beginner. So I'm just gonna wrap this up, let it sit for a minute, and then I came right back, took it off, and this is how it looks. And then with this hairstyle, for me, what really made it pop was definitely fluffing it out. So just use some type of comb that has wide teeth, and I just go in and slightly tease the hair, not too much. Like, I didn't tease it super crazy. I didn't want to lose my curls or anything, but I did want it to be a little bit big and kind of like messy looking. And then also, since I left the bottom portion with the natural curl pattern, I definitely needed to fluff this out and kind of tease it, because it's just going to help those curls to give more of that fluffy appearance and not look so uniformed and crunchy, like, if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm just doing that all over the hair, just slightly, not too much. I don't want to create a lot of frizz or anything, but I just want to make it look a little bit more effortless and blend in better with the curls that I put at the top. So yeah, you can see that one section, well, now y'all can't, but on the other side you can see that more uniform section. Definitely want to tackle that and just fluff it out and tease it a little bit to get rid of that and break those curls up so they aren't all just stuck together. So you can see it makes a difference when you do go in and tease it. But yeah, so this is how the hair is looking. I'm just taking my miniature little curling wand and just curling up a few more sections just to get this to blend in how I wanted it to. But yeah, I love this hair color. It's super pretty, and the hair was really nice. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm also gonna blend with a little bit of powder just right here in this section, and then to further blend it in, I'm just gonna spray it with some of that spritz, and that kind of gets rid of like that white cast. If y'all can kind of see it, like it looks kind of HD, or maybe it looks like you can see the powder. But to get rid of that, I just kind of like rubbed it a little bit, and then I'm gonna just take the spray and boop and then just tap it with my finger, and then boom. So stay tuned for the outro.
Okay, y'all, so this is the completed look of this hair. Let me get up and show y'all. This is the completed look of the hair. I think it's super cute. This is the back, and I did not curl the whole wig. And in the video, I just showed y'all me curling it a little bit, but I just kind of curled more so like the top layers, and then I kind of randomly grabbed sections. But since the hair already came like more of that tight curl, it worked out where it kind of just all blends in together to give you that look. But yeah, and then I just kind of fluff, you know, these parts because they are kind of more uniform. So just kind of fluff it out, girl, fluff it out. But yeah, it's real cute. And yeah, if y'all have questions, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys.